Topic 2, Resource Management and Sustainable Production. 2.5, Green Design. So now we're going to start designing things and doing it in a responsible way. Okay, we're really thinking about sustainability. We're thinking about how we can most efficiently use materials to make our product. Green design takes into account the environmental impact of the product throughout its entire life, not just during manufacture or design, but also during use and during disposal. Integrates environmental considerations without compromising the integrity of the product. You want it to still work the way it was meant to work. The starting point for many green products is to improve an existing product by redesigning aspects of it to address environmental objectives. So you're going to look at many different steps in the process and figure out how you can make each of those a little bit better. Iterative development. Iterative means cyclical, or happening again and again and again, so repetitive. Products can be incremental or radical, depending on how effectively new technologies can address the environmental objectives. Incremental means you're making small changes to certain aspects of the design or the production or the use. And radical means you're making drastic changes. When newer technologies are developed, products can either re-enter the development phase for further improvement, or it could be a total overhaul to the product, producing something brand new. Okay, so a little picture down here just shows you're asking a question. Did it work? If yes, you're moving on to the next problem. If it didn't work, no, why not? You need to figure out why it didn't work, come up with a new plan, try that plan, and see, did it work? That's kind of what we're doing here. Drivers for green design. Okay, why would we want to do green design in the first place? Sometimes it's because of consumer pressure. The consumer wants a new, better product. Or sometimes it can be because of legislation. Maybe the government, our leaders, decided this has to happen. Maybe it's like a tax on plastic bags at the grocery store. Green legislation. Laws and regulations that are based on conservation and sustainability. Encourages products to tackle environmental issues. Encourages incremental rather than radical changes. Okay, so little changes here and there. Principles to know. Here's 2 principles that IEB says that you should be familiar with. The prevention principle, the avoidance or minimization of waste production, and the precautionary principle, the anticipation of potential problems. We're going to go ahead and throw this into present mode, which I should have done at the beginning, but we'll do it right now. All right, objectives for green products. There are 3 main things we're looking for. First, better and less materials. Second, less energy. That's during use and manufacture and disposal. Third, less pollution and waste. Evaluating products. Okay, there's lots of different ways that we can evaluate our products and decide how to make them more green. So the consumption of raw materials, production methods, packaging, toxic chemicals, energy and production and use, end-of-life disposal, and the atmospheric pollutants. International mindedness. The ability and will of different countries to enact environmental legislation varies greatly. Just remember, we're all different and we're all coming from different places with different means. So getting everybody to agree to do the exact same thing all the time is very difficult. Here's a TOK situation for you. Green issues are an area where experts sometimes disagree. On what basis might we decide between the judgments of experts if they do disagree? We've got a lot of really smart experts out there, and very often they can end up on 2 different sides of a discussion. How do you deal with that? Aim 3, here's our standard. The purpose of green design is to ensure a sustainable future for all. More on legislation. It usually involves incremental changes to a design. It is relatively easy to implement. Legislation related to the use of catalytic converters in cars is an example that IB wanted you to know. The whole goal was to reduce toxins in exhaust. So there was legislation that said by this date, all internal combustion engine vehicles need to have a catalytic converters, and we did. And we all agreed it was a good thing. Did it make cars a little more expensive? Yeah, it probably did, but we all agreed it was for the best. The time scale for implementing green design is relatively short, usually just a couple of years. Therefore, that makes it cost effective. Green product design objectives: increasing efficiency in the use of materials and energy, minimizing damage or pollution, and minimizing the effect of the end disposal of the product. Green product design objectives: effective packaging, instructions encouraging environmentally friendly use, minimizing nuisances such as noise and smell, minimizing the number of different materials, making it easier to recycle, labeling the materials for recycling. And if you look at all the labels in the bottom right, you probably recognize some of those. These are commonly used labels for green design and recycling, energy efficiency. And here's our video that we're going to end with.
Pick me, pick me.
You too, huh?
Apparently, I'm just a bit too big. I work fine, I just don't look that good.
Well, something inside me broke. That's why they got a new one and put me out here. I'm only 14 months old. And now this happened. I was made this way. I know I was designed cheaply and to break. This part in here is a single molded shell, so nobody can get inside and fix me. If only my designers had made better choices, I would have been repaired or even loved longer. Now I'm such a waste.
It's just not right.
Hey, did you hear about Sally the singlet?
I know, it is absolutely horrible. She shrank in the dryer.
Hi.
Excuse me. Did I not put in quite so much water in me? It's just, you don't seem to use it, and I waste a lot of energy boiling all of this. Okay, perhaps you could turn the tap off now.
Typical mon. Pete, you're bright pink, bro. You should watch who you hang out with.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Stop washing us in hot water and putting us in the dryer! You're ruining us. And, well, frankly, you're wasting lots of energy. Just read, please, our care labels. It's pretty simple, and, well, we will last longer.
Yeah, you go, girl.
I came such a long way, and now look at me. I don't want to be wasted.
I know. It's appalling. They should have stored us better so it didn't go all soggy.
Guys. I heard that there are actually other ways. It really doesn't have to be like this.
All that I wanted to be is a Caesar salad.
You're right. You're right. We could have been stored in airtight containers, which would have stopped us from going rotten. We could have been transported better, and most of all, we could have been sold closer to home so we didn't have to travel all this way for nothing. Let us be free!
Hey, you guys. You want to get recycled?
Yes.
Just push my buttons. I memorized the number. E-Waste Recycling Services. What is your pickup address, please? I knew it. Still almost full. And now I'm just going to sit here getting cold. Such a waste. All for just that one cup of tea.
Steady on, old chap.
Hey guys. Hello. What about me? Guys?